Yeah, good day. This is Oscar, and I'm here to talk about how to achieve 50 years of marriage. Let's go to number one. Number one from Hank W. Good friend of mine, he says, spend at least 8 to 10 hours away from each other every day. Proven fact that this will help in his testimony. He has a wife, I know, a very strong wife, has strong ideas, and he retired when he was 44 years old, and he was at home a lot of the time, and he realized that this has got to change. So he basically says if you want to stay married for 50 years, you need to spend 8 to 10 hours away from each other every day. Okay, number two idea, according to Lawrence S., and he says that if you're going to be stuck together, you might as well enjoy each other. Interesting point. I thought that was kind of negative at first, that you're stuck together. But what he means is if you're married, it means you have a contract. And if you're going to be married, you might as well enjoy it, have some fun. Anyway, if you're going to be stuck together, you might as well enjoy it. So if you're going to be married, you might as well have some fun. Okay, next one, Kelly E. And she says that we are friends, not we become friends, or that we have to be friends. They are friends. And if you know what friends are, I mean, the basic understanding that most people say is, well, someone you can talk to, someone you can rely on, someone that you have respect from in an association. There's many, you can dovetail in friendship forever, all day long. But essentially what they're saying is they have respect for each other. They treat each other as if they were associates, friends, comrades, and out for the same interests. Okay, next. Okay, the next profound way to achieve 50 years of marriage is to be a yes man. This was done by Mark S. He had 5 daughters, and of course he has a wife. And what does that mean, be the yes man? Is that a negative thing, where you always have to do what everybody else says and you're just flopping around following some other people's leads? No. That's not the case. What he says it means is to be compatible, agreeable, amiable, etc., negotiable. He says you're not sacrificing or compromising your values or your, per se, self. It's basically you're becoming open and available to the interests of other people. Sociably able, then you should be able to maintain 50 years of marriage by what he calls being a yes man. So pre-agreed ideas like what you're going to do under circumstances of such and such. My head looks crooked. My head looks crooked in there. My head looks crooked. Is there a deformity here? My eye is dropping. How about that? Nuts. Anyway, pre-agreed stop gates, ideas if things come up. If I get upset, remind me that emotions are strong and that we've had better days and better moments. Take an hour, we'll get back to you. It's real important that we remind each other of that. Last and final, from Stephen. Anyway, he says study communication together or review it on a regular basis. Because what happens is little problems can eventually develop into big problems. Unless you're able to communicate, you're not going to be able to go through. So basically, you can get anything you want and do anything you want through communication. So by communicating, you can achieve positive things, huge positive successes. Words of respect. You'd want to have a lot of respect, like, dear, sweet, loved one, I need to talk to you about something really important. So study communication together on a regular basis, advice on how to achieve 50 years of marriage, and more.